Good afternoon, good evening, YouTube. I am making stuffed cabbage rolls. Go take a look at my stuffed bell peppers recipe. And this is some filling that I put in the freezer. And now I'm going to add some ground turkey, some tomato sauce, and I am going to make some cabbage rolls for dinner. So this is how we do it. We make a whole lot and then we use it later to make other dishes. So we'll just go ahead and get started here. Okay, you know how we cooks are. I put in a box of portobello mushrooms, a little bit of ketchup, and now I'm going to mix this up. So I will be back when it is all mixed up to show it to you. But it's easy enough to make the meatballs for the inside there. When it's all mixed up, I will be back. It's all mixed in with the rice paste. And now I put maybe 1/4 cup of tomato in there because I want to make sure it has a nice rich color. I'm going to mix this up and I'll be back to pack my cabbage. All right, so now I'm using 1/2 teaspoon each of sage, thyme, laurel, and cumin. I'm also putting in, this is ranch dressing. We get these sometimes from restaurants. And I got a tablespoon of mustard in there. I'm just going to pour in some tomato sauce here. And there's 2 sticks of fresh cumin in the bottle of that. And I'm going to mix that up to make my sauce. Blend that bad. Oh, I got to give it a whiz. You can see all the turmeric and everything combining. Mustard seed is combining in there. Good stuff. Color's coming through. And this is what is going to flavor my sauce for my cabbage rolls in this process. You just roll the cabbage leaves off like that and get the big ones for your cabbage rolls. Just wanted to make sure you knew how to do water here. And I am going to just take my cabbage leaves and soften them up. I tried to put the meat in them as they are, and they're just not tender enough. So I'm just going to soften them up some. So that way it'll be easy. Doesn't take long. Just this part is what I want softened. And I'm just going to put the whole lot in there because, you know, cabbage, it's going to steam through. And I'll be back to make my cabbage rolls after this minor detour. So as you can see, I softened the cabbage leaves up some. So now I can maneuver them a little bit better and make the rolls. So now I'll just stuff them and roll them up. Okay, so I got that in there and I'm just rolling them up. That's all it to it. I'll be back when I have cabbage leaf that's a little bit bigger. So put that in there, and I like to make it in the shape of like a hot dog. And then I'll roll the meat over to the side that is the more difficult side. And then I just tuck that part there inside and roll. I'll fold the other pieces there underneath because this one's bigger, so I thought I'd show you that. Okay, so I will be back when I've finished them all. Okay, so I've got my cabbage rolls all stuffed. There's some fatties there. And now I'm just going to take my sauce and pour it all over it so that it cooks in that sauce and cooks just a wee bit faster. Looks like I got it all in there. As it sinks down, I will add more sauce to it in the cooking process. And we are good to go. Putting these in the oven for about 45 minutes until the meatballs inside of the cabbage are done. I had some extra meatballs left after I stuffed all the cabbage. So what I'm gonna do here is make some meatballs out of it. Just use a tablespoon container, scoop it in there, make some meatballs. These I can freeze or whatever and use them for later, because I don't want to freeze this raw meat after I did take the base out. And I'm just gonna make them like that, and I'll have some meatballs. I'll show you this when I get a little further. There they are, just frying up in the pan. It'll be quick and easy, and I'll just break those up after they are browned on that side, and turn them over and cook them on the other side. So I poured the balance of the sauce, the balance of the tomato sauce, and also the mustard sauce into the cabbage water, the water that we use to cook the cabbage. And now this is the center of the cabbage. I don't like to waste anything, so I'm putting this cabbage into the sauce. And I chopped it thickly. And then I got my meatballs there, so I can have a little extra with what is left. So I will be back when the food is a little bit further along. Talk to you later. Bye. I dumped the meatballs into the cabbage soup, and that will be my topping for the cabbage rolls. And I'll show you the cabbage rolls now. These are my lovely cabbage rolls, and I'm just gonna put some meat sauce on top of those. A little bit more. I'm telling you, turmeric, mustard, and cabbage. It's so good. It's antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and it's lovely, you know. So try this recipe out. It's a little different, but it's delicious this time of the year, and you will be well. When everyone around you is getting sick, you're gonna be just fine. It's all in there. Look at those mushrooms dancing around, and cabbage, and you just take a knife and fork, and oh, I can't wait to eat this. I will talk to you later, and I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Oh, I should show you the cabbage rolls by themselves. I'll do that just a second. So there it is. There's my container of cabbage rolls, and there's my serving with the meat sauce on top. I'm telling you, it tastes fruity, it tastes tangy, and it tastes green all at the same time. It's some kind of wonderful. Because I am a cook that doesn't want to keep a whole lot of dishes, I am going to take this sauce here and just pour it over this right here, because that means I don't have to have 2 dishes. Look at that steam coming out of there. And you know, whenever anybody wants some more, it's all in the same dish there. So that way they'll have some sauce and all the goodness in one container. A little bit extra meat, a little bit extra cabbage. You see that yellow there? That's coming from the turmeric and the mustard. Now I'm gonna try to take this now and I'm gonna try and pour over. Now I haven't got the courage to do it. I'll wait. But I like to have just one dish in the oven, and then people can pick out what they want from there. One more person comes down and eats, and we'll be just fine. So the heartiest cabbage rolls you'll ever see. Sharon's Chef Shoni. Here it is. Fat cabbage rolls with turmeric and mustard sauce. Yum. Talk to you later. Bon appetit. Subscribe, comment, and share this video. I mean, Come on, how many herbalists do you know who are sharing their recipes with this density of herbalness in them? Bye. Thanks for watching this video.